Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Nirvana shirt. Ask Anna has a new video. It's called How to Rebuild Your Life from Rock Bottom. I'm sure it's going to be good. I haven't seen it yet. We are going to react together. And it's called, once again, How to Rebuild Your Life from Rock Bottom. Now, as we recall, remember, she's a stripper, or maybe she's changed her job, but I think being a stripper is rock bottom because your life is surrounded by a bunch of creeps, basically. But let's see. She could be talking about drug addiction. We don't know. We're gonna find out right now. So let's take a look. Let's get her advice.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about how to rebuild your life into something that you love after experiencing extreme amounts of trauma. Reaper keeps going in and out. I think the biggest thing is to be honest with yourself about where you are and to name the things you want and not be ashamed of it either. I think as women, we are taught that, ambition.
You're taught not to be a stripper. I'm sorry, I just can't take advice from a stripper. But anyway, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Or wanting too many things or expecting things, it's bad, right? Like, you don't want to appear spoiled. You don't want to. It's like the number one thing people call women is crazy and delusional.
But I think the one thing you wouldn't want to be portrayed as would be a stripper. Like, I thought, I mean, I'm not a woman, unless I was a Democrat. But anyway, women want to be perceived as, I'm assuming, friendly, feminine, not a stripper. I don't know, like, yeah.
Right? Especially after you experience like something really horrible happening to you and it being at the hands of a man. That's what everyone's going to tell you, is that you were crazy and delusional and it never happened. So we're going to use crazy and delusional, but put it to the best use of the word.
This is already bad. Jesus Christ.
When I say be honest about where you are, be honest. Like, a year and a half ago, I was not happy with where I was at. I felt shameful about the path that I had chosen because it was against what any of my family wanted for me.
She got bigger. I mean, I'm not talking about fatter. Like, it looks like she's been like bulking up. Like, she looks like she could be a female bodyguard right now. So I don't know what she's doing, but I guess they want muscle mommies at the strip club. I don't know.
And my family, I don't even speak to them now, so it's like, what was even the point of worrying about what they thought of me in the first place? And when things really hit the fan, they weren't there. I was for me. It's so interesting now too to see how peaceful life is without certain pressures and like without being attached to negative people. Like the view.
Her family stopped talking to her because her family didn't want her to be a stripper. She became a stripper, and so because the family disagreed with her, she thought the family was bad. Any person who cares about another person does not want that person to be a sex worker. If you care about someone, you don't want them to be a stripper. You don't want them to do OnlyFans. Like, you don't want them to do any type of whatever work that is going to attract sexual attention from, who knows, from dozens to several hundred to thousands to millions of strangers. What kind of life are you going to live when your main source of income is being a stripper, sex work, and everyone who interacts with you is coming at you with that energy? That's not good. And so no family wants their daughter to go through that. And so that's why they don't talk.
You some people have on life, it just really wears on you. And once you get rid of them, it's like, it's so easy. Life really is so easy. All you have to do is eat right, exercise, make money, have something you're passionate about, save your money, get a dog, find somebody.
No, no, no. See, she thinks life is good because she doesn't have to hear her family complain about her being a stripper. So her advice, I'm going to translate her advice. If people care about you and are telling you stuff that you don't want to hear, ignore them and just do what you want to do, and your life will be, well, not better, but you'll think it'll be better because you're going to do this thing called cope and be delusional and lie to yourself.
Body to love you, and that's it, really. But it's so hard to get to that point where you are in a survival. And when you have been victimized, I think the most annoying thing to hear is, oh, don't play the victim. And sometimes you really are the victim. And it's kind of funny because the victim role, like,
Stop being a stripper, then you won't attract, predators. I mean, that's just imagine if she worked at Starbucks. What kind of people do you think she would attract in her life? Probably a lot better people, or just any normal job instead of a stripper. Her life would be so much better. The apartment would be a little smaller. She could still have a dog, but she would actually have a boyfriend instead of the dog, probably. Because no man wants to date, no man wants to be, sorry, no good man wants to be in a serious relationship with a stripper. I mean, that's why she has a dog, because she's lonely. The only thing she has to do is act right.
you still have to go out and seek help. Like when you need help, you're the person that still has to go out and fix it. Like it's so strange. It's like somebody does something evil to you, but then you're expected to clean up the mess and not complain about being a victim.
What are you talking about?
I went through a sexual assault case like a year and a half ago, and then I had to have an abortion. It was a whole thing. I had to leave my place of work. I feel like I talk about this in.
Yeah, she was dating a client, and the client broke up with her. Or I'm sorry, the client was just, you know, I guess in his mind it was friends with benefits. I guess in her mind it was like a real relationship. And so when when he broke up with her, quote unquote, it became a sexual assault. That's what happened. And remember, she deleted that video too. But yeah. But we gotta be victims, so we're gonna claim. But she wasn't sexually assaulted. She dated a client. The client broke up with her because he doesn't want a serious relationship with a stripper. And then, retroactively, she was sexually assaulted.
A significant amount of videos, but it changed my life so drastically, and then I was able to pick myself up so quickly that it's really hard for me to like not think about it. Like a year and a half ago, that time period wiped out my savings completely. I was unsure of who I was. I didn't even know if I wanted to sing again. All the things that I wanted for myself, I just wasn't sure if I even wanted them anymore. And it takes a lot of self-reflection too. And once you go through like that amount of trauma, if you had things happen in your childhood, which a lot of us have, like that amount of trauma, it just breaks you and it opens up everything. And it's like that's all you can think about.
She said a lot of words, but it didn't mean anything. She needs to be a politician. She said a lot of nothing. How come the people I react to are like this? Oh God. Uh. Okay.
Getting back to the rebuilding,
Yes.
it was earlier this year. It was about from March through May. and people didn't know I was experiencing this, but I had a private story on Instagram and I just was posting to it every day, and I was having all these memories resurface, and I was talking to ChatGPT, and I was feeling everything that I went through as a child, all the anger I felt for my workplace not supporting me and basically saying I was lying, which they got their karma. They're shutting down, and then the guy who, my boss, he ended up having a heart attack, so he was in the hospital for months.
See, she's an evil person. I like the fact, well, whatever. I like the fact that she is experiencing joy over a business failing and everyone losing their job and her boss almost dying. This is a crap person. See, the thing is, like, you got to take a step back. You know, like, I know when I say stuff, I know what it sounds like. Like, I'm always taking steps back to know how I come off as. I mean, there's a reason why like 99% of the comments on my videos are negative. Well, because, you know, I rage bait, but I know I'm doing it though. I don't think she understands that her environment, like, she has become evil like her environment. And I don't think she realizes it. We're going to use the word karma as an excuse to be happy that bad things have happened, but no, you're just happy because bad things happened because you're not a good person.
People always get what's meant for them, you know? What's coming.
So does that mean you got what's meant for you? Take a step back and really think about what you're saying. But okay. I guess it doesn't apply to you.
Coming to them, it always comes. You might not see it, but it always does come.
Right. So is that why every man in your life is horrible? Because you deserve it? Because you get what's coming to you? Just saying.
What was I saying? I felt all of this pain, and I had this inability to save money past a certain point. It was like I reached this one number, and to me that one number represented all the safety, and it was like no matter how much I saved, it wasn't enough. Like, you really have to increase your income. Like, if you want to save money, you have to increase your income, and that means working harder, and I was not able to work harder either with the mental state that I was in. And I think all of this is important to realize, that like all the stuff that I went through was at the hands of men. So
This is called the classic women avoiding accountability. It's not my fault. It's men's fault. So this is my advice, because the whole purpose of reacting to her, because her advice is horrible and I have to give better advice. The way your life is right now, it is because of you. It's not because of insert anything else. It's because of you. You have choices. Everything is a choice. She doesn't have to be a stripper or whatever you're going through. You don't, whatever. You don't have to work at Walmart. I'm just saying. It's like, so you have to look within if you want a better life, not look like, don't look to blame something or someone. Look within and think, well, what can I do to change whatever I want to change to make me feel better or whatever. Do that instead.
Oh, how to rebuild your life. Once you have that realization, like, oh my God, everything I went through was because of men, because of my dad, the lack of women around me protecting me, but mostly like the men.
She's blaming everyone but herself. This is why she will probably be stuck in this constant loop until she's aged out of the clubs and probably has to find a beta, like a beta bucks provider and mooch off him, because her whole mental state is men equal money get money for men. I mean, how many videos has she done about trying to get money for men? Her whole mental worldview is just horrible.
Hurting me. After that, then you have to realize your boundaries have to be so rock hard solid to avoid getting that hurt again. Oh God, I'm rambling.
Yeah, you are, because for the past 6 minutes, you've made no sense, and you've given really bad advice. But okay.
But to rebuild your life, you need a foundation. You need a safe place to live. You need systems. Systems mean having a schedule for your laundry, having a certain amount of days or hours that you leave dishes in your sink before they're picked up.
This is horrible. This is like when Jordan Peterson said, clean your room. You need a schedule for your laundry, and you need to make sure there's less than 5 dishes in your sink. This is so bad. You know, when I cook or whatever, I leave the dishes in the sink. And then I eat the food that I cooked, and then I wash and put the dishes up right after. I don't schedule it. It's not a big deal. It's not like, oh man, I gotta do these. I don't understand why this is even on the list of rebuilding your life. Dishes. When my clothes get dirty, so like I work out, so I guess my clothes get, I go through clothes more than the average person, because once you work out, you take the clothes off, you take a shower, blah blah blah. Anyway, I don't like make a schedule. I look at the dirty clothes bin. I have a trash can, and I put the dirty clothes in there, and I'm like, okay, it looks full. I guess I'll do some laundry. Like it's not this life changing event where I need a like a daily planner. Like, she is focusing on the wrong things. Once again, if you want to change your life, change the negative environment. So she really needs to get a different job. That's all. It's that simple. And stop blaming other people for your problems.
For me, everything I went through made me like extremely neat. So everything has a place. I have a lot of things, but I love organizing. ChatGPT, it made me all of these just outlines, and then I hole punched them, and it showed me my progress through this year. But it really all started with me feeling all of that pain. And it was like crying like every other day for months. It was awful. And then eventually it ended up subsiding. It ended up being less and less. And what was important for me to accept was that the people that I once saw the good side of and had hope that maybe one day everything would be fine, I had to accept that they were just evil.
So all the people around you were evil, but don't you attract what you are? What those things like birds of a feather flock together. So you're telling me you're the one bastion of good, and everything else around you is evil, or maybe you're one of them. I think that's probably the answer. Most people interact with people like them. I can give an example. All the years I've been doing music and playing in bands, 98% of the people I interact with are other musicians. I mean, that's just one example. Or like back when I played sports all the time, it was the same thing. It was like, like 90% of the people I interacted with were people who played sports. Think about it.
People are just evil, and you have to accept that.
And you're one of them.
After that, too, I had to accept that the things that I wanted, they were possible for me. It just may not be the right timing. I have always wanted to sing. I've always wanted to have a great boyfriend.
I can help you. Okay, first off, quit the stupid stripper job. You're never going to get a great boyfriend being a stripper. No great boyfriend is going to date a woman who strips. And if you want to sing, instead of giving bad advice on your YouTube channel, why don't you write some original music or do some covers and sing that? And you'll, who knows who'll like see you. Like, if you change this channel, instead of doing bad advice and started doing like popular music covers, and like every third song like make it be an original song, well, that's a great start. I mean, okay.
I've always wanted a new car, right? And those things are not going to come without work and without God's timing. Like, a boyfriend, it was not just going to hop into my life at that time just because I wanted him to. And now I have a great man in my life. Amazing man. I really hope he stays. He's been the best out of all of them. But that was God's timing. Like, you can't.
I think the bar is so low that this guy she's with, gets her name right. Because I've never seen a strip, because I've known a few strippers that, I mean, I've like acquaintances, like I've known a few guys that had a stripper girlfriend or a stripper that had a boyfriend, and they were all bad people. And it was just, you want a relationship, and this is kind of all you can get because of your job and your situation. It is what it is.
It just will things into existence. But I just went from hating men to just, like, I know I want this one, even though I hate them. It was like I had to accept that that was what I wanted, even though I hated men. I still do, for the most part.
She sounds retarded and broken and just, ugh, God. Who is watching this for advice? Please don't take her advice. This is horrible. She hates men, but wants a boyfriend. What? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. When I'm in conversations, I tend to see the best in people, but yeah, some people are just evil, and they will ruin your life.
You're looking in the mirror,
I
right?
wanted the car, right? So I had to create this plan to get the car. And then I realized, oh shoot, I need to increase the time that I'm dancing every week. I need to own that I'm dancing too, because that identity thing was really hard for me. I kept dating all these men who were either jealous of my money, jealous of the attention I received, or just wanted me to quit dancing altogether. And this new guy that I finally found, he accepts it. And it honestly makes me feel safer to embrace that as my own identity, because you really do face so much scrutiny. And I really don't understand it. I don't. Because dancers, it's a hard job. And there are a lot of men that would be out there terrorizing women on the streets if they did not have places like the strip club to go. As much as I don't.
What? That's not true. That is not true. So, strip clubs are keeping violent crime down against women. Okay, sure.
I want to deal with like the repressed weirdos. Dancers do a lot of good, and y'all really don't. You don't realize it.
Oh, Lord.
But that's a discussion for another day.
She's got to be trolling.
Accepting what I wanted. I want $100,000. I did the math, and I looked at the work it was going to take, and if I work really hard, I can have that within a year and a half. A year. And that's money some people will never touch. But to me, once I have that, I will feel stable and safe, and I'll never feel like I can't leave a job or leave a career. That's what it'll take for me. And I have a bunch of goals. I have a lot of people I want to give money to and take care of. But I'm not there within myself yet. But my life really is something that I love. And I went back and I talked about getting my desk job, and that has been amazing because I really only.
Yeah, so she got the desk job at the dance studio. Like, that's great. I wish she would try to do more hours at the dance studio, spend more time there, maybe network, get some positive connections, maybe someone else will hook you up with a better job, and less time at the strip club. Because you notice when she said she needs $100,000, she's like, she figured out I have to dance this much more instead of going, I have to work at the dance studio this much more.
Work there like a couple days a week. But every time I'm there, I'm organizing my life. I'm writing down what I spent that week, my goals. I now am on like a pretty strict diet. So we shall see what happens with that. Have a little, well, we'll see. I may or may not get back in the gym. I hate going to the gym. I switched gyms 4 times just because of men. And the new guy I'm seeing, I went with him Monday and that was fine. So, we'll see.
Men bad, men bad, men bad, but then the way I make my living is by dancing on men's laps. Like, what is going on? Like, stuff like this makes me think she's trolling. It really does. Because, this is the internet. Most of the things on the internet are fake because people are just saying stuff or doing stuff to get clicks and views and subs and whatever. It is what it is.
But being honest with yourself and where you're at, it was so hard for me to look at what I was spending money on. It still is. I don't enjoy it. I just rather spend money and not like, but it's like, how can you expect to even get that amount of money? And when you really, I have all the opportunity to have everything that I want. I really already have everything that I want, but it took a lot of work, so much work. And even like embracing the identity of being a dancer, I never felt like I was a good enough dancer. I work for the oldest ballet company in the US, and it's like the 8th largest, I believe. And even though I work there and I'm doing like administrative stuff, I'm not doing any teaching. And even though I took ballet, I just didn't feel good enough as a dancer on my own. And it took a lot for me to even like get that identity. But now I've changed all my bios on TikTok and Instagram. I don't know, I just feel like I was always trying to prove myself before, and I just felt like I was trying to be this like
Boring.
morally good person and have everyone see my side instead of just saying fuck them. But yeah, that's what I did. It took a lot of work. Like to come back from a rape and an abortion and no one believe you. And I know I'm not the only one who like, I really like went through all my savings at that time. It was bad because I didn't want to go back to the club. I didn't. And now I'm great. Like now I come home with like $1,000 a day.
If I remember correctly, wasn't her... We have to go back and look, but I thought her boss was mad that she was dating clients. Pretty sure. I mean, I'm not going to go back and look, but you can.
Hey, that's my goal for every day. I don't always reach it and sometimes I surpass it, but it's my goal now. And it's so wild to look at where I was at a year and a half ago. I really feel like I wasted a year of my life. But I'm also so impressed with what I've created. And I feel like some events are really destined for certain people. And the person I am now is a lot less judgmental than the person that I was before.
Wait. But you said you hate men. That sounds pretty judgmental to me. You don't make sense. You just don't make sense. You just don't make sense.
The person I am now is stronger than the person I was before.
Sure. But you hate
And
men.
I really feel like that was like the worst thing to ever happen to me. But I really believe I'm going to put it to good use. And I do believe it was meant for me.
Well, it's
It's not
karma,
over.
right?
And when I see my opportunity to get my revenge legally, I will. But yeah, I was able to rebuild everything. I have a beautiful home now. I have my dog. I'm a beautiful woman now. I'm gonna be 25 in 3 weeks. I'm so
Oh, God, you're about to hit the wall. Jesus Christ. It's now. She needs to stop stripping now if she wants to get married and have kids. I mean, seriously, like, the time is now. She needs to stop stripping. I don't care what other job. Should just do a different job. Find a man who can provide, and then, start a family. Dude, she is wasting the best years of her life on bullshit. And she's gonna be 35, childless, and single, with probably a couple of cats, and go, what did I do wrong? And she'll still be mad at men. And the reason why you're mad at men, because, well, you work at a strip club, so, 99% of the men you interact with are garbage. That's, kind of shapes your worldview.
excited. I finally have like a good man, and we will see how long this lasts. But these are all things that I wanted, and I finally got them. And the money, I really, really want the money. And I could have a new car too by next year. Just everything is falling into place.
Sure.
And it's really nice to see things like working for me. But yeah, that's what it takes to rebuild your life.
You did not give any advice about how to rebuild your life, you fucking idiot. She's gotta be trolling. There's no way. This has gotta be a troll. Gotta be.
It's completely possible.
Oh, God.
You just have to like really be honest about yourself.
Well,
with
you're
yourself,
not.
with where you're at.
You're not.
And the things that you want.
Sure.
Because if you don't know what you want and you still have shame around wanting the things you want, you're never going to get them. Thank you for watching.
What is wrong with her? I mean, some of her videos are really funny. Some of them are infuriating, like this one. Anyway, I hope I helped. I hope you're not taking her advice. I hope my counter advice helped you. Anyway, I've seen enough. I've said enough. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.